Hi, this is CAD CAM Lessons channel. In this video, I will tell you about another constraint in the sketcher, and it will be the horizontal vertical constraint. When it comes to FreeCAD, FreeCAD is a free 3D CAD system that anyone can use. To start using FreeCAD, you just need to download it, and we can start creating our own 3D models right away. We don't need to register anywhere, we don't need to provide any personal information, just download, install, and we can begin creating our own 3D models, including for 3D printing. If you haven't subscribed to this channel yet, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any new content. And if you'd like to support my work and treat me to a virtual coffee, you can find all the details in the description below. Thank you for your support. Now let's switch to FreeCAD, and I will tell you about the horizontal vertical constraint. Constraints are elements of the sketch, so we will move to the sketch module and start a new sketch on the XY plane. The sketch is very often the foundation of a 3D model. In 3D CAD systems, we often work in such a way that we create a 3D model based on 2D geometry. That is, we make a 2D drawing, and based on that drawing we create a solid, for example by extruding the sketch to add material, or by removing material based on the sketch. In this way, by creating relatively simple 2D geometries, we can step by step build a rather complex 3D model. That is why the sketch is quite an important thing, and to make that sketch correct we try to achieve a fully constrained sketch, that is, to limit the degrees of freedom of the sketch so that we decrease the possibilities of accidentally damaging the sketch through uncontrolled changes. If the sketch is fully constrained, we will have to make changes to the sketch consciously, thereby avoiding accidental damages that could cause issues later on during the 3D model creation. In previous videos I have already discussed several constraints. This is another video in the series where I discuss constraints in FreeCAD. Here we have the constraint icons. If these icons are not visible to you, right-click here, and you have the Sketcher Constraints tab here. If you enable this, the icons will be visible. And if the constraint icons are in a different place, grab these dots here and drag the icon bar to another location. The FreeCAD menu may look a little different for different users, but we have quite a bit of freedom in customizing this menu. And if you don't want to use the icons, here at the top you have a drop-down menu bar. This bar is not visible in the recording, but we have the Sketch menu here. If you expand the Sketch menu, we have the Sketcher Constraints tab, and here we also have the Sketch Constraints. That's it for this lengthy introduction, but questions about the arrangement of the icons and the FreeCAD menu come up fairly regularly. And I see that many beginner users have trouble with this. I want to emphasize and clearly highlight that FreeCAD is specialized software. Anyone can use FreeCAD, but learning FreeCAD requires a bit of time. Therefore, we need to dedicate a few hours to learning this system, to mastering the interface so that we can start navigating in this software as smoothly as possible. Of course, everything will come with time. So, if you are at the initial stage of learning FreeCAD, don't get frustrated that your FreeCAD looks different or that something is not working. Just remember that the beginnings of learning FreeCAD can be difficult, so you need to allocate some time to master the basics of FreeCAD usage. In my videos, I try to make this easier. Now let's move on to the horizontal vertical constraint. Here we have this constraint combined, as if in one command. If you expand these constraints, we have horizontal vertical constraint or single horizontal constraint and vertical constraint. How does this constraint work? I will create an example, geometry, I will create a line, one line this way, another line this way, then I will create a line this way, and I will create another line this way. I have 4 such lines. These lines don't have a defined position, they don't have defined dimensions. I would like this line to be horizontal, and here I can use the constrain horizontal vertical command. In this case, FreeCAD automatically applied the constraint to whichever line's position was closer. In this particular case, the line is more horizontal, so by selecting this constraint, the constraint horizontal will be applied here to define that this line is horizontal. If, in this case, this line is more vertical and we select this command, FreeCAD will apply the vertical constraint here so that this line is vertical. In this case, we don't really know which constraint may be applied. When we choose this constraint, in this case, FreeCAD applied the constraint horizontal to determine that the line is horizontal. However, if we want this line to be vertical, we need to manually apply the constraint vertical. I will now press Ctrl Z to return to this position. And if we expand these constraints, we have here the constraint vertical constraint. Notice that we also have information that we can activate this constraint by pressing the V key on the keyboard. As for the constraint horizontal constraint, we can activate it by pressing the H key on the keyboard, and that is also very useful. Using keyboard shortcuts can significantly speed up 3D model creation during later stages of working with FreeCAD. I select the constraint vertical constraint to specify that this line is vertical. As you can see, I first selected the constraint, then selected the line, but we can also do it in such a way that I select the line and choose the constraint vertical. I will press Ctrl Z to return to those lines without constraints. If I wanted to apply the constraint vertical to this line, I can also do that. I select this line, press the key V, and this line is vertical. If I want this line to be horizontal, I select this line, press the H key or choose the constraint horizontal, and then this line is horizontal, even though in its initial position it was closer to vertical. So as you can see, these constraints can be very useful. That is not all when it comes to the use of these constraints. I will now create a rectangle and create here two circles roughly like this. Regarding the horizontal vertical constraint, we can also apply this constraint between points. I select these 2 points, choose the constraint horizontal vertical, and now these 2 circles lie in one horizontal line. If you would like these circles to be in a vertical line, I undid those constraints, select these 2 points, and here I choose constraint vertical. Now, the centers of these circles lie in one vertical line. When it comes to constraints between points, we can also link the center of a circle to, for example, this point, and here we can also apply the horizontal constraint. And now, these 2 points lie in one horizontal line. As for this constraint when creating 2D sketches, I often use this constraint. Sometimes I find myself in a situation where I create, for example, an arc from 3 points. Okay, I have such an arc. And now, for example, I will link the center of this arc to the y-axis. That is, I select this point, select the y-axis, and choose the coincident constraint. Sometimes I find myself in a situation where I want to place these points symmetrically relative to the y-axis. In some cases, the symmetry constraint doesn't work. Here, the symmetry constraint worked, and now these points lie in one line, symmetrically placed relative to the y-axis. However, if a situation arises where the symmetry constraint doesn't work, you can also do it in such a way that I select this point, and press the H key on the keyboard to determine that these 2 points lie in one horizontal line. In this case, this constraint works just like the symmetry constraint. Sometimes such situations occur for me, and then instead of applying the symmetry constraint, I use the horizontal vertical constraint, and then I can appropriately link such geometry. When it comes to constraints, they are an essential element of the sketch, and it is worth getting to know how the constraints work. This is where we will finish. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to this channel.